Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Today, I share with you a story born in these very streets of Williamsburg. A story of courage, worship, oppression, and hope, and a preacher in chains. Years before the Revolution thundered into Virginia, while the colony's leaders debated liberty and the rights of man, an enslaved worker in Williamsburg was quietly preaching another kind of liberty, liberty of the spirit. Liberty found not in government, but in Christ. His name was Gowan Pamphlet. While America prepared for war, Gowan prepared souls for eternity. And though he lived in bondage, he proclaimed a freedom no earthly master could take away. This is the story of what he believed might be the last sermon before the war and the spiritual spark that became the First Baptist Church of Williamsburg. Gowan Pamphlet was forced to work at the Raleigh Tavern, serving food to the white guests who came and went. But on Sundays, he quietly slipped outside the city limits. And there, in a wooded ravine, not far from where you and I stand right now, he gathered a small group of enslaved and free black believers. They sang softly, prayed earnestly, and listened as Gowan preached the gospel. It was illegal and it was dangerous, but it was beautiful. In a day when enslaved people could be punished for assembling, Gowan risked his back to a beating in order to give them the gospel. Gowan preached that Christ was the Redeemer of every man, master and slave alike. He preached that no earthly chain could shackle the spirit which was set free by Jesus Christ. He preached from Galatians chapter 5, verse 1, where it says, "Stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free." These words burned within the hearts of his listeners, and as tensions between Britain and the colonies grew, Gowan's message became more powerful still. While the white patriots debated political liberty, Gowan was proclaiming spiritual liberty, the kind that no king, no governor, or overseer could ever touch. As the Revolution approached, fear grew among slaveholders that secret meetings of enslaved people could turn into rebellion. Some congregations were forbidden to gather. Many enslaved people across Virginia were whipped for attending worship, and Gowan's congregation likely worshiped in constant fear. But still, they came. Still they worshiped, and still they prayed. On the eve of war, with rumors of British soldiers landing on American soil, loyalist uprisings, and colonial militia passing through Williamsburg, Gowan's congregation held what some imagine might be their last service and last sermon before the war. They sang softly under the trees, the distant sound of marching feet echoing from the town, and Gowan preached of a kingdom that's not of this world. War came and it swept through Virginia. British, Hessian, and American troops all passed here in Williamsburg, but Gowan's congregation survived. It even grew. After the Revolution ended, they continued meeting in secret, but eventually they built an humble brush arbor church, and later they moved into a small carriage house like this one behind me. This little flock became the First Baptist Church of Williamsburg, one of the earliest Black Baptist congregations in all of America. And in 1793, after decades of faithful service, Gowan Pamphlet became the first ordained black preacher in Virginia. The man who once preached in fear could now preach in freedom. Gowan Pamphlet understood something profound. He understood that freedom begins in the heart. In John chapter 8, verse 36, Jesus said, "If the Son therefore shall make ye free, ye shall be free indeed." Gowan had no political power. He had no wealth, no rights under the law, but he had something far greater. He had a soul set free by Christ. His worship cost him. His sermons risked punishment, but he pressed on. Because true liberty is not granted by governments, but by God. Today, the First Baptist Church of Williamsburg still stands as a testimony to a man who would not let fear silence his faith. Gowan Pamphlet never led armies. He never wrote declarations, but he shepherded souls in the darkest of times. Let his story remind you that the greatest battles of history are often fought in quiet places, in forests, in secret meetings, and in the hearts of God's people. Would you stand for Jesus like Gowan Pamphlet did?